The implementation that DESARA helped us with when we were doing our transition from ISO to TL led us to getting a extremely clean initial certification. My name is Joe Uhr. I'm the Senior Vice President of Operations at Fortress Solutions. Fortress Solutions is a telecom supporting company. We repair their network infrastructure. When I transitioned to Fortress, we had an ISO 9000 quality management system already in place. I felt it was relatively weak. The number of internal auditors that we had, they only did it once a year. They didn't have a lot of experience and they didn't really like doing it. So I ended up doing a lot of the auditing myself, which I didn't really have time for. So when we got into transitioning from ISO 9000 to TL 9000, that really is what drove the need to bring in somebody like a DESARA to help us out. The primary reason for having DESARA not only help us get transitions to TL 9000, but to also do our internal audits for us was primarily due to the breadth of knowledge that they have. When you have somebody like DESARA that does this for a living, I'm going to get a lot more value for the time we spend doing our internal auditing. The implementation that DESARA helped us with when we were doing our transition from ISO to TL was very in-depth. It was a clause-by-clause assessment. It was, I think, at least a week's worth of work on site, and then quite a bit of follow-up required on our part to close the gaps that they had identified. Whenever there was a gap that was identified, we would submit our changes, our proposed changes, get some runway of records being created with those changes and then approving them, led us to getting a extremely clean initial certification to TL. As far as a point in time, I think it was probably within a day and a half that we realized, yes, it was good that they came in. I believe, if I remember correctly, the standard also changed versions. So while we were doing the transition from ISO to TL, it had also changed versions, which I had not really had a lot of experience with. So I had some interpretations of the standard that the way I was planning on implementing them, speaking with DESARA, we kind of changed course, and I think that's kind of where I realized I'm very glad I brought these folks in. While they are internal auditors, they're also consultants, and they will have the ability to occasionally share, hey, this is some things that you might consider, and that's fine for them to do. External auditors really can't do that. So I see that as a lot of added value, because they obviously go out and see a lot of different businesses. The 3 different consultants that we've used, they've all, I haven't seen a huge difference in the quality of the auditing or the reporting back from those folks, which means they're all on the same page, and that I feel like I'm getting the same level of quality from everybody, as opposed to me saying, hey, I only want this person coming. Trying to manage internal audits across multiple sites with people that are trained and good auditors is extremely challenging. If I could go back in time, I would definitely have pushed to do more of our internal auditing using a company like DESARA.